Hello, I'm Michael Pitt, Managing Partner at Pitt Group and Module Coordinator for the Institute of Internal Audit Australia's Graduate Certificate in Internal Auditing. The following presentation is on how to write a risk statement. The concept of risk is fundamental to the internal auditing profession. Along with governance and control, risk are the key elements of the nature of work performed by internal auditors. Being able to clearly express risks is necessary so we can assess how our organisations manage their risks, whether appropriate controls exist, and whether or not those controls operate as intended. Let's first look at risk. Risk is defined as the effect of uncertainty on objectives. In lay terms, risk is the chance of something going wrong. There are various methodologies to writing a risk statement. The following is the one we've chosen to use in the Graduate Certificate of Internal Auditing. There's nothing wrong with using other methodologies, so long as they address the points I'm about to make. A risk statement should include A, the element at risk, B, the source of the risk, and C, the potential impact if the risk is realised. Now, some organisations separate the potential impact or impacts to make it easier to prepare a concise statement. I agree with that approach. Including the element at risk provides clarity on the nature and scope of the risk. It directs attention to the function, activity, or event that is at risk. Including the source of the risk helps to identify existing controls, as these controls should target the source and/or reduce or remove the likelihood of the risk occurring. Identifying the potential impact or impacts of the risk assists in determining the potential consequence. This is a key task when assessing the level of risk. Understanding potential impacts is also useful when considering if the suite of existing controls is sufficient or if there are gaps that need to be addressed through additional treatments. Okay, let's have a look at the following example risk statement. As you can see, the risk statement clearly identifies the source of the risk, i.e. ICT system failure, as well as the element at risk, reporting and/or payments. A couple of other pointers for writing risk statements. First, be concise. Keeping risk statements to less than 20 words improves readability and understanding. And that's why many organisations extract the impact and include as a separate section in their risk registers. Second, align the impact with the type of risk. If it's a strategic risk, then the impact should be described in terms of the impact on outcomes. If it's an operational risk, then the impact should be described in terms of the impact to inputs, processes, and/or outputs. Doing so will help ensure that the risk ownership is assigned at the appropriate level within the organisation. In conclusion, a risk statement should contain the element at risk, the source of the risk, and the potential impact of the risk if it's realised. As discussed previously, some organisations like to separate the potential impact or impacts to make it easier to write a concise risk statement. For further information on the Graduate Certificate in Internal Auditing or other training programs, contact the Institute of Internal Auditors Australia at iia.org.au.